This is a bento box, in particular the bento box Yukihira used in his battle against Alice in Food Wars. I am using this bento box in my battle against Champ over at Champ's Japanese Kitchen. Champ, if you're ready, let's do this. This is today's food war, the bento battle. Here are the rules. We can create any bento that we want, and we have to do it in under 90 minutes. That's 90 minutes to cook and plate up everything and get it into the bento box. What Chef doesn't know is I have a special theme for mine, so let's get started. The 1.5 hour timer starts right now. Okay, first thing I have to do is actually make the rice. I didn't make the rice ahead of time because I wanted to make sure that I did it all at once. So there's 2 cups of rice into my pot. Now I have to wash this over here, which you can't really see. It's happening, I promise, Uncle Roger. Please don't yell at me. I got 2 cups of rice with my water. That is going straight into my cooker. We can listen to it sing the song of its people. Now we have to get started on the sides. Chef Ryosuke and I determined that we were going to do rice plus 3 sides. So this is gonna get very interesting. And I have a very special theme, like I mentioned earlier, and that theme is spiral. If you guys can guess what the spiral theme is from, I will pin the comment. You will get the pinned comment to the first person who determines what the spiral theme is from. It is from an anime, because this is the anime. I almost just cut myself with this. That would have been super fun. I wonder how fast I could do these battles if I weren't explaining it the whole time. But that's not fun. The first layer is going to be kind of a pickled salad. And I found that this was gonna be a super interesting thing. So I'm gonna take some carrots, I'm gonna shred the absolute hell out of them, and we're going to wash these with that same bowl that I had the rice in. Nobody needs to know? We'll do the whole carrot. We'll do 2 carrots. I feel like I'm gonna get some skin in this. It's a good thing this is for me. Carrots, done. Here's the thing with carrots, but they carry a lot of moisture. Oh my God, I'm gonna choke on this damn carrot. What we need to do is let these soak in water for about 5 minutes, drain them, then put them on paper towels, then get them dry. I really am gonna choke on that carrot. This is our carrots. We're gonna let those hang out. I had way too much coffee, guys. I don't know what's happening. Clean up whatever's on the floor. Breathe, so much caffeine. While those carrots are hanging out, we're also gonna get some cucumber ready. Come on, plastic, who designed this? Give this a quick rinse. Mandolin, where are you? Here you are. This, again, is a lifesaver. I wanna make sure that these carrots, this is a cucumber. This cucumber is absolutely as thin as I can get it, because for this spiral, we're going to intertwine the cucumber with the carrot. Look at that. If your cucumber can't dance, we don't want it. I wanna make sure even thinner. Let's go above and beyond, plus ultra, get this super thin. There we go. I don't think that we're gonna need like this portion, but I'm still gonna eat it. That's wasteful. Now I have my cucumber here. This is gonna be kind of like a marinated salad, kind of, I don't know what I'm doing. Now we got to drain all of our carrots, and I'm gonna show you what this looks like. Wait, give me a second. You see that? See all that orangey liquid coming out of it from the carrots? I actually don't want any of that. And then we gotta wrap this in paper towel and get it super dry. Just squeeze out all of that excess liquid. See that? That's what you want. Oh, we're already at 9 minutes in. That's not good. We're gonna roll this up, get this nice and tight, and then we can start with the marinade or the dressing for this salad, which is, oh, what did I do? Sugar, chili flakes, mirin, rice vinegar. That's it. I'm absolutely going to eyeball this, but we're gonna do rice vinegar. Yes, I put it in a jar, so we're gonna have to deal with that gallon jug that I have. Teaspoon of sugar, just to sweeten it so it's not as harsh with the rice vinegar. Then another, maybe we'll say a tablespoon of mirin. And then finally, we're gonna do our chili flake. If you're doing this at home, super optional, but I like it in here. I need the stove. There we go. Now we just wait for the sugar to dissolve. Should have thought this one through. What else could I work on? I'm just gonna put this on this stove. We are 11 minutes in. I'm gonna start working on layer 2. I need to boil some water. This is my handy dandy kettle because I need to thin out some gochujang for the next layer or the next spiral. My water is ready to go. It's nice and boiled. I'm just gonna add it to like 2 tablespoons worth of gochujang. Now, I had asked you guys this on Twitter, what you think this was. This was actually rolled egg in Japanese style, like the rolled tamago omelet. While that sauce is still working for our first one, the pickled, my brain is not here today. Eggs in the bowl. Oh, we have 4 eggs. This is gonna be a pretty substantial bento. This is gonna be a big one. There is a shell in there. See that? I knew that I got shell in there. We're just gonna, don't eat that. Give these a nice whisk. Make sure they're pretty smooth. We don't have to strain them. I think it's gonna be fine just like this. Turning off the sauce. Don't want to overcook that sauce. Okay, Eggs, done. Here's that nice, beautiful sauce that we did earlier. Little reduced, which is what I wanted. I'm gonna place this right in here. It's gonna be a nice, like sweet, salty, kind of spicy pickle, and we need to wash this because we need it. This is going in here, so we have to make it really nice and tight. Let's use a bit of plastic wrap. See, I don't think I cut these thin enough, but I also want these really long. I'm also going to try to overlap them slightly. Oh my God, what do I do? We're gonna have to go really long because this is not that wide. Now we're gonna layer some of our carrot right onto here. This plastic is officially useless. Now I'm taking just a bit of pickled ginger. Oh, this is gonna be so good. That should be enough. Might be a little strong with all this on there, but I like it strong. Now, we try to roll this. We can try to trim it too. Oh my God, this might actually work. No, stay together. Please stay together. That's fair. That's fine. I should just, I'm gonna re-roll it. I'm gonna re-roll it. It sucks. If I kind of arrange it with just one strip, maybe that'll be a little better. Now we can roll this single one. You can see that, like how beautiful that is? That should fit right in there. I'm spending way too much time here. I literally have just over 60 minutes left. See that? Look at that. It's like a beautiful rose. We'll have to trim it, but it is coming together. I need a toothpick. Don't go anywhere. This toothpick is just to hold it while I get the rest of it together. Let this be the last one so we can move on. We have to get the egg going. I think this will be it. That's what I said about the last one, but I think this will be it. Almost at the hour mark. I'm glad we decided on 90 minutes. How do they do this in Food Wars? It's all that plot armor. Okay, now I think this will be it, but it also is kind of messy. So what we're gonna have to do, we're gonna go ahead and right through the center. This will hold it. I'm only gonna trim one side of it because that's all you're gonna see when you open this up in your bento. And I need a very sharp knife, like the sharpest knife in house. For now, just slightly trim it. Oh, that makes me so happy. That felt so good. Look at that. That's exactly what I wanted. Get this thing, trying to hold it together at the same time. Take the toothpick out, come on. Oh, baby. Yes, that feels so good. Nobody clip that. Nobody put that on the internet without context, please. Look at that, that's beautiful. Can you see that? Happy days? Okay, let's get these off. Dirty cutting board leads to dirty minds. Looking at you, all you VTubers out there, especially you, Onigiri. Okay, there is our beautiful spiral. We're gonna take this absolutely delicious looking sauce, pour it right on top, and this, in theory, should soak down to the bottom during the day. Oh, it's sweet, spicy, salty, like all the flavors. Now, this is done. Lid in the fridge. We are at 1 hour left on the timer. 1 hour is on the timer, and we've only finished one freaking layer. Unless I figure it out, we're not gonna make it. With the pickles out of the way, now we get to do the omelet. I am definitely going to have to pay attention to it 100%. Get a little pan spray on there. Hopefully it don't catch fire. Now the best way to tell if your pan is hot enough is if you take a little bit of your egg. Oh, that's really hot actually, but I'm gonna roll with it. Hopefully it'll cool down slightly, as we go. I want this to be thick enough to where the egg doesn't break. I may have to try, can I flip this? I don't think I can flip it. That layer, look how fast that cooked, right? It's gonna be nice and jammy. We're just gonna go just like that. It's gonna finish cooking and steaming on there, so we'll just leave it while we finish the next layer. Hopefully this is enough egg. I think it will be, because I only need the 2 layers. We're gonna take some of our gochujang and we're gonna place it right on there. That's what I was going for, but I think we need to brush this on. I honestly thought this was gonna be the longest part of it, and now I'm thinking this is gonna be the shortest part of it, but I wanna brush it on very gently. That looks gorgeous. Now we're gonna move this one. Please move without tearing. We're gonna take this egg, kind of fold it over. I'm just gonna grab it out of here, place it onto my cutting board, and I'm slightly overlapping the egg, right? So this way we get a full spiral. I'm gonna cook the rest of it. Gotta go big, gotta go that plus ultra, That egg is gonna be a little thin though. This last one is not as much, and this is 4 eggs. Oh God, it didn't fill because there's not enough egg. That's okay. That's that. I'm gonna set this to the side. We're gonna work with this. Get a bit more of our sauce. It's so simple, but so good. Just this sauce plus egg is honestly, it's a godsend. Just get all this spread out kind of as evenly as possible because it is strong. Turn it this way. Take this box. We're going to measure it to about the size of the bento. And let's start by trimming this slightly. I'm gonna remove this and insert it. I really just dunked that in the sauce, didn't I? Oh my God, 52 minutes left. Come on. Let's say right about there, and we're gonna cut just all the way down. You know what I definitely forgot to do? cut the freaking green onions for this? Oh, jeez. Let's finish cutting this first. I had cut my egg and this is ready to go. I cut it into strips. Okay, we need to set that to the side. Then we need to cut some green onion, which goes inside of it, which I totally flaked on. 50 minutes left on the clock. And the rice is 14 minutes out, so I want to try to time it to where I get that rice ready too. Grab our egg back, little sprinkle of green onion all the way down each one. Here comes the tricky part. I think we're just gonna go for it. Start doing a little roll. A lot of you guys said this was like a lasagna roll, and I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what a lasagna roll is. It is easier when it's slightly warm, so this way it rolls up easier. If this were cold, I think it'd be a lot more difficult. Look at that, beautiful. Oh, this looks so fun. This is a lot of egg though. I hope it's enough. I'm looking at that bento, and I don't know if it's enough now. It's coming together. It definitely look like a pizza roll, but 4 eggs, man, this has to be enough. If not, I think we're just gonna have to roll with it because we're at 46 minutes and we still have to make 2 other dishes. It's not gonna be big enough. I can already tell. That's fine, go with it. Nice little like egg flour thing going on. We have the egg. Oh, it's so good. But it's definitely not big enough. But I think 4 eggs is a lot of food. So I think what we can do, let's pop it in here. Let's see what it looks like. It looks really sad because it's not fully packed in there. I gotta find something. I gotta find something to buff this out with. Oh, I know. Do I have cabbage? Coleslaw mix? Why would I have coleslaw mix? Looks like it's a good old coleslaw mix. Yep, that's happening. But it's also like they throw it through a machine. So it's not like it's the nicest stuff. This'll be fine. Oh, I do have kimchi. That would be interesting. I can't think about it. We have too much to do. Actually, I am gonna use some of the kimchi too. So we're gonna take some of this, chop this up. We got some chopped cabbage, because bentos should be pretty tight, because you don't want them to like move around or jostle around while you're at school or work or whatever. The kimchi is gonna go really well with this, so that's a plus. This is just some like store-bought Choi's organic kimchi. I love it. I eat it every day for breakfast with egg whites and a bagel. Kimchi, chopped. So we're gonna take our cabbage, put it into our cabbage, give this a quick mix. What's really nice too is that since the gochujang is really strong, mixing it with raw cabbage, like the kimchi with raw cabbage, will help tame it and make it a little more mellow. Now I'm just trying to justify my mistakes, but I am very much running out of time. We're at the 40-minute mark. Let's get some of this in here. I want it to go all the way around too. Oh, it looks like a little rose inside of a garden now, kind of. That looks good. I'm okay with that. Look at that. That's not bad. That's our spiral. Look at how freaking gorgeous that came out. I'm actually really happy with the improvisation. Blah, 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 blah. I can't even talk right now. The improv that we did. I'm gonna hit this with just a little bit of sesame seed. Then this also will be lidded, and we're gonna pop this into the fridge as well. Now, next thing we have to make, I think we're gonna go first with the dessert layer, because there is a dessert layer, and then we're gonna do the main course, because the rice is ready for that. Dessert layer is silken tofu. Now for this, peanuts. This apron feels like it's on weird. Pot. We are going to cook the peanuts in a bit of a brown sugar syrup for this tofu. This is gonna be so freaking good when it's done. I don't know, maybe like a tablespoon of brown sugar. Yeah, we really don't need much. Splash of water, I think. Don't need too much water because we are making a syrup. So just enough to like get it wet, which that's actually a lot of water. Now we're gonna cook this down and then we're gonna prep this. And this again, this is silken tofu. Hopefully I don't like tear it. Oh, it is really soft. It's almost like Jell-O. See that jiggle? See that jiggle? It's like All Might's booty. Oh, that is nice. That is super sweet. Cut these into quarter. Oh no, see that one fell apart already. 3 nice pieces of tofu. That's not enough. But this is a lot of food. There, I just wanted 4 pieces. Just a nice like layer. I can't really move it once it's in there either. So we're just gonna kind of pop it in there. Now this syrup is definitely ready. Now we're gonna take our peanuts, pop those in there, get those coated. Then we're just gonna lightly drizzle all of that right on top. Super simple. We do have to finish this with a bit of flaky sea salt because you want a little enhancer, a little flavor enhancer. That's the dessert. It's just a little nice treat, you know, at the end of this giant bento. So we'll throw this on here. This one we're actually gonna leave out for a bit. You know, we'll just put it, boom, right into the container. Done. Now we can finish the main. We have 33 minutes to do it. Now with the other 3 layers done, the last one is the entree. And this is kind of a throwback. This is going to actually be a version of the nikumaki, which I not only made for a my Dress Up Darling video with Best Girl Marin Kitagawa. Nobody can fight me on that. If you say Chizuru, you are a liar. And I also taught this to Onigiri on her stream, and she seemed to love it. Onibro loved it. But in this case, I'm going to make this slightly different, of course, in the spiral fashion. I feel like Chris Broad with that ramen sign over there. In the pan is going just some soy sauce. We're basically making like a pseudo teriyaki. The only thing I'm not including is any kind of dashi. Instead, I'm gonna go heavy with the sake instead of the dashi. Also, a splash of sesame oil, and anybody who says I can't cook with sesame oil, please forgive me, I always do it anyways. And then finally, some sake. I actually found this at Costco. Like, it's been in my freezer for, I don't know, 2 months. I've been slowly working my way through it because Costco gave me the whole damn cow. But look at how thin this is. Okay, do you see where I'm going with this? I think we're gonna make it. What's our timer at? We have 33 minutes left. This thing is boiling, so we're just gonna pop that in there. Just a couple pieces at a time, because I want this heat to be relatively high. And then that's it. Literally a minute, because it's so, not even a minute, that was like 30 seconds. That is cooked. That's ready. Beautiful. Let's keep going, let's keep going. 1, 2, and again, the reason why I'm not putting in too much, we'll go with 3, is because I don't want to overcrowd it, because if I overcrowd it, it's gonna cool down that liquid too much. Flip, we'll do 10 seconds. If you guys are wondering about this actually being cooked, don't worry. It'll be, at the very least, it'll be medium rare. Now that I'm looking at it, that's gonna be cooked all the way through. This might be a lot, but I'd rather have more than not enough. I don't wanna run into the egg problem again. So you're gonna get steak and eggs for lunch. That sounds amazing. I'm totally just gonna eat one of these right now. No, I have to wait. This sauce is almost thickened already. That's gonna be delicious. So we're gonna set this to the side. We definitely don't need it right now. And it's really too hot to work with, so it's just gonna hang out over here. This is out of the way. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Don't you move. Perfectly tender, perfectly tender. It is a little salty, but I think with the rice, it'll mellow out really well because there's no salt in that rice. This is more than enough. How do we want to roll this? I think we're gonna need plastic wrap for this. Otherwise it's gonna be like a pretty big mess. And I think we should do beef on the outside. No, we should do rice on the outside. So we're gonna go like this, stay right there. We're just gonna mark it with this Charmander that I printed out. Let's start layering these bad boys. Let's see. Wait, didn't I just say rice on the outside? Oh, jeez, get a nice handful. Don't wanna crush the rice either, because that sucks. Now I'm farting around. Now I got 25 minutes to finish this. I think what I'll do is I'll start with this, and if I need to do more, I can do more. Now we'll do the beef. Ooh, this one, we're gonna have to do like 2 half pieces maybe. It's so tender, very nice. Now I'm going to attempt to roll this Charmander. Thank you for your assistance. Come on. Come on. This is really wide. This is really, really wide now that I'm looking at it. I may have just lost some of the beef because I'm gonna have to trim this quite a bit. Because I'm not trying to make like a sushi roll, I'm actually trying to get that spiral inside, and you can tell that it's like literally double the width. Oh my God, this is a disaster. This is an actual disaster. No, that's just gonna fall apart. Oh crap, what do I do? How do I do this? It's delicious, but it's not what I wanted. What if I layer the beef and rice and I do a spiral with the togarashi that I had planned? This rice I'm gonna save for later. I think instead, because now I have to change course, we have this, right? I'm gonna layer in some of this. And for those of you who said, oh, the spiral is because of Naruto. No. Nope. So we're gonna do layers of beef and rice. But now for this will actually be probably an easier eating experience too. Justify my mistakes. We're gonna slice it super thin. So this way when you go in with chopsticks or a spoon or whatever, you can actually get it out of there. So we have this, do beef, nice beef layer. Oh, do you know what we should do? Definitely add some of our sauce right on top of this beef right now. That's gonna be so freaking good. Just a small amount. The flavors that are gonna come from this are gonna put you in that Food Wars state. And you know what I'm talking about. Another layer of rice right on top. I wanna hide the beef, so it's like a little beef surprise on the inside. So this way when you cut into it, there's just layered beef in there. Now I have to try to make sure I don't overfill this, otherwise the lid won't fit. So I'm gonna, again, try not to like smush it down too much, but also try to hide the beef. So this way when you open it up, you're like, wow, what is this, just rice? And no, it's beef. Beefy rice. That's beautiful. We're not gonna need this. Pop this back in the steamer. That looks pretty solid. Like, on first glance, you wouldn't be able to tell that there's anything under there. Hide all the mistakes. Now this is togarashi. I have to try to make sure I can spiral this. That's gonna be the difficult part. I'm really trying to be gentle here. Maybe this is the longest part of this entire video, is trying to spiral this. Almost there, almost there. And I think that makes me happy. That is okay. I'm okay with this. Watch, as soon as I put the freaking lid on, it's gonna get smushed. If I put this directly on there, it should be okay. I can't touch it. That's it. Oh, we have to put it in the thing. We have to layer it. It is not over yet. Now we have the tofu in, followed by our beefy rice in. This is our egg. This is our cucumber and carrot. Lid goes on. Everything is tightly packed. And we are at 13 minutes and 35 seconds left on the timer. We freaking did it. I honestly didn't think we were gonna make it. That was kind of cutting it short, but there it is. My bento for this bento battle against Champ over at Champ's Japanese Kitchen. I'm really proud of the fact that we made this in under that 90 minutes and safely say that I accomplished everything that I wanted to do with this bento box. Now, the last thing to do is to eat this thing. Before we dive into this giant bento, I wanna say thank you to all the members at Patreon and Discord for supporting this series. If you guys want a chance at supporting this series and really bringing this to life by getting people in here and actually having side-by-side battles, make sure you check out that Patreon down below where you can support directly. And we're gonna get this thing going. I would love to see you guys there. So I'm gonna jump in. All of that carrot and cucumber has been marinated by the sauce we made earlier. For those of you who may have guessed right, the spiral theme, again, is not from Naruto. It's from Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, one of the best animes of all time. Cheers. Oh yeah, salty, sweet, spicy, really fresh from that ginger that we added. That's a really nice bite. I wish I would have cut it just a bit more. That's delicious. But you're not supposed to eat it all at one time. You're supposed to have everything out. This way, you can enjoy little bits and pieces. You know, I really wish I had someone to share this with. So I guess husbando will do. Now here's the rolled egg with the gochujang and our coleslaw because we had to improvise. Look at that. Okay, that's freaking amazing. I don't think I'll get used to the cold egg aspect, but the gochujang with that slaw provides a really nice crunch. I'm like really pleasantly surprised with that slaw, not gonna lie. I'm glad I threw that in there. Now we get to go into the main entree. What do you think, Izui? Is it very sad that I'm talking to my little figurine? I don't think so. There is the beautiful bento in the center. I'm really happy that that spiral actually came out. I thought that the lid was gonna destroy it, but that looks really, really, really cool. Oh baby, look at this beefy rice. This is gonna be the bite. Cheers. Remember how I said the beef was slightly salty? This is perfect with the rice. It's so good. I wish I would have included more sauce, to be honest though. I think sauce would have been really, really nice, but look at that. What's nice is that the pickles and like the gochujang, they have enough acidity to help with this, so we could definitely mix the two together. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take some of the pickles from this. This is so much fun. It's like a night and day difference. I could go in on all of this, but I wanna try that tofu. There's our silken, soft tofu. Some of the juices have like kind of just been at the bottom, and I was hoping that, you know, it would kind of like marinate the tofu. So let's see how this came out, because my mouth, it's a little spicy, right? From everything that we added, plus a lot of the acidity. This is just salty sweet. So I wanna see what this tastes like. That is so good. I wish I would have used maybe slightly more firm tofu and maybe caramelized the peanuts longer, but the flavors are exactly what I wanted. That's really just a nice little treat, and it's nice and cold. This bento battle is over, but this is not where it stops. This is where you guys come in. Make sure you head down to the straw poll, vote as to which one you would want to eat the most after watching Chef Ryosuke's video. His video is linked down below, along with the Food Fight Academy Patreon. Make sure you check that out to support all of this series directly. My name is Chef PK, and remember, keep playing with your food.